Glad you're with us. We begin with breaking news here this midday. The long-awaited DOJ report on the Uvalde mass shooting is out. At any moment, Attorney General Merrick Garland will speak from Uvalde. Of course, we'll bring that to you live once it starts. This report calling the law enforcement response on that day a failure. NBC 5's Tahera Rahman has been digging into the details on this more than 600-page report, and she joined us live from our newsroom with more. Tahera?
That's right. That was the bottom line, according to this federal report, is that the response to the Robb Elementary School shooting was a failure. The Justice Department says officers showed no urgency when responding. The report says the most significant failure was that officers should have immediately recognized this as an active shooter situation and entered classrooms 111 and 112 immediately and without hesitation to stop that gunman. They say 11 officers, including supervisors, were on scene just 3 minutes after the shooter entered the school, but no one breached the classroom doors for over an hour. Of course, we know at that point there were nearly 400 law enforcement personnel at the school. According to the report, that delay gave the shooter more time to re-engage his deadly actions, and it delayed medical help that could have saved people. The report says even after kids and teachers were finally rescued from the classrooms, there was still a lack of leadership. There was no triage planning, and some injured students didn't get help. The report says because of the lack of medical and mental screening of victims and the lack of agency coordination, we still don't know the exact number of survivors that were directly and indirectly impacted. State Senator Roland Gutierrez, who represents Uvalde, gave his reaction to the report this morning.
The biggest conclusion that we can all take is something we've already known for the last year and a half or more. And that's the Department of Public Safety should have known better. Its failed leadership and its infrastructure failed this community and failed rural Texas. The local police failed this community. And more importantly, as the Justice Department tells us, in that document that is sealed by them, it tells us that there was a complete and utter lack of urgency when it came to taking care of these children and to understanding that this was an active shooter situation.
Now, the senator called for members of law enforcement to be held accountable for their actions that day. U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland is in Uvalde as well after meeting with victims' families last night to tell them what was in that report. A father of one of the victims says he wants somebody fired over the inactions of law enforcement. In the newsroom, Tahera Rahman, back to you.